Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Gland Bodybuilding. Mountain. And today I'm going to talk to you about the right amount of range of motion. Now, I just had a troll, like I always get a troll in my comments that's like, oh, what are those? Are those half reps or whatever? And the funny thing is, the people that usually make fun of range of motion regularly, and they do this to all sorts of people, whether it's the IFBB pros or whether it's little drug-free guys like me, they like to make fun of range of motion, assuming that range of motion to the extreme is the only way to get muscular gains. Now, I'm just going to point out something when it comes down to overall sports. Like I've said before, if you go to slam dunk a basketball or to jump as high as you can, you will not be concerned about the range of motion. Not to the extreme. You'll be concerned about the right range of motion in order to perform at your best. And when you're throwing a ball, for instance, or a javelin, you won't be so concerned about having a certain rotation around the spine at any cost. You'll be saying, what is the right rotation when I throw, and the right rotation around the shoulder when I throw, in order to get that javelin or ball to travel the furthest. There's going to be a part of when the right range of motion translates into the right amount of performance. So this is the same thing when it comes down to range of motion in your exercises. There's going to be super short reps where, yeah, you can lift a bunch of weight and basically do nothing. And you're going to notice that your muscles really get nothing out of it. You just pound the joints to death because you're lifting extreme poundages and you're not really moving the weight at all. Although there is some training benefit to that, albeit it can be dangerous if it's done the wrong way. But then there's a threshold of range of motion where you hit the most amount of tension on the muscle belly and you're not making the movement so awkward. Because once you go past a certain point, then the movement becomes awkward and you'll notice that the muscle tension actually leaves the main muscles and then starts to move to the little ones, and they usually get either crucified or overworked, or the joint takes damage. So there's a happy medium in there. So I just had an idiot in my comments say, you can't give natural bodybuilding advice. You're not natural. Well, guess what? I am natural. I am drug-free. I've been drug-free and natural my entire life, and I made a video on why I decided to do that at an early age. So if you're really, truly interested in understanding who I am and what makes me tick, go watch that video. If you're not, then I don't need you on the channel. I mean, you know what I mean? Because I'm here to build relationships. I don't have time for people that just want to project their jealousy and their stories. And this is the thing that you guys are going to find out as you start to apply some of the stuff I'm saying. You're going to start looking better than a lot of the guys in your gym. And some of the guys are going to say, hey, wow, way to go. And some of the guys in your gym, instead of asking you what you did right, they're going to just project their jealousy upon you and hate you because you got results, even though you're more than willing to share what worked with them in order to help them, right? So some people would rather be victims in life. They'd rather not take responsibility for their own misunderstandings around something. And anytime there's an opportunity to have a relationship or an interaction with somebody that will help them, they only perceive power dynamics. They don't perceive connection. You know what I'm saying? They say, hey, oh, if you know something more than me, that means you're my enemy, right? That's the kind of shit you deal with on the internet. So anyway, if you're run by that kind of paradigm, then this is probably not the channel for you. This is a channel for people who just want to get better and discuss what exactly is working for them. It's not about me saying, hey, this worked for me, so it must work for you. It's more about, let's have a conversation and see what your body is telling you and find out whether it's the right thing for you or not. So for some people, a fuller range of motion for sure is the right thing. For other people, if they do that, they will break themselves or not get any results, or not as much or as many results. So you have to find out that right threshold. And my metaphor when it comes down to sports and performance really applies. You have to move in the way that the body is efficient. And we know this when we're trying to perform when it comes to throwing and jumping and lifting in a sport. Like say you just have to carry something and carry it from one area to another. You're not going to purposely try to use an extended range of motion to do that. You're going to try to find the most efficient way. So somewhere in the middle of all of these things I'm talking about is where your efficient range of motion will land, and your awareness, the feeling of the muscle and the feeling of the joints is what's going to teach you what the most efficient way is and what's the best way for you to keep that tension on the muscle and not destroy your joints in the process. So yeah, thanks guys for continually searching for what is right for you, because that is the thing. One of the latest videos I put up on high frequency training, I said high frequency training is great. Well, yes, it's great for me and it's great for a lot of people. But one guy said, hey, it sucks for him. Every time he does it, he does not get any results. And I adamantly said, do not do high frequency. If it's not working for you, or you're finding you're getting burned out, or something is not working for you, then by all means, stop doing high frequency workouts, give yourself more rest. And if that's what you find, if that's the discovery you make and you've conducted that experiment extensively, then trust that. Trust the results that you're getting. Trust your discoveries. You know what I'm saying? So this is a continual process. When I was 25, I thought I had it all figured out. When I was 30, I thought I had it all figured out. When I was 35, I thought I had it all figured out. When I was 40, but this continues, you see? This continues. Your body's always conversating with you, and the training program that works today will be different than what worked for you 10 years ago. And that's why you have to constantly rediscover and calibrate what is working and what isn't working with your body and make decisions from there. So awareness is what I'm teaching here. To become aware, to during your set, just be with what's happening, feel with what's happening, understand all the different mechanisms that are going on. And then from there, from watching what the result is, you can start making decisions of what to adjust. It's like painting. It's like if you end up with a nice picture, but you're saying, this needs some adjustment. It needs more blue or something. You start to make these adjustments and you start to learn how to integrate different colors and shades of blue. It's the same thing with your training. And I want you to add more of an artistic approach to this. And by doing so, you're not only going to get more results and more jealousy from the trolls of the internet and the people in your gym, but you're also going to enjoy this process a lot more. So yeah, this is how you can become the best natural bodybuilder in the world and receive lots of hate just like I do. Mountain. I hope this helps out in your training. And thanks a lot to those of you who are interested in reading my book about my childhood and about how I got into training and all this stuff. I'm still in the editing phase. Thanks a lot for showing some interest in that. We'll see how it turns out. It will be available in an ebook on my website in the next few months. And I think you're going to get a couple pretty funny stories about my childhood in there. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching. If you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalgallantbodybuilding.com, and thanks to the base supporters, and take care for now. Oh yeah.